and in finals as well. He's won everyone that he's taken charge of as a head coach. 7 in total, including 2 against Real Madrid, 5-2 in the Super Cup last season, 3-2 after extra time in the Copa del Rey. 6th Clasico for the German. Won 4 last season, 1 loss this season. Interestingly, Bassi, the 18-year-old centre-back, is the only Barca player to have started all 5 of those Clasico matches under Hansi Flick. Not bad for a teenager. And that's good play in the end from Rafinha. Yamal, I should say, over on the right. It's Garcia looking to find Rafinha. Came off his heel. It's Valverde, the Real captain, who ran into traffic. Lewandowski could be interested here. Frenetic start and quite the atmosphere.
You made reference to Rafinha earlier on in the commentary, Mark, and those 2 wide players. I mean, his form has been really good recently. The 2 goals he scored against Athletic Club in the semi-final, impressive. And with him on the left and Yamal on the right, Lewandowski through the centre, there's just so much firepower for Barcelona in attack.
Ferran Torres left out today, the referee towards Barcelona. Another free kick here. Lamine Yamal named La Liga Player of the Month for December, 2nd consecutive month, and he scooped the prize. Xabi Alonso will have worked out a plan to try and keep the precocious teenager quiet. Easier said than done. He said this game is about footballing and emotional elements. It's about keeping in control on the ball and off it, and in control of your emotions as well, not getting too high or too low. Alejandro Balde back for Garcia. Sabathi to Koundé, infield now for Pedri. This is good play from Pedri. Lewandowski with a header. Rafinha has it for Real Madrid. Early ball towards Vinicius Junior. He left Eric Garcia on the floor, but Joan Garcia, the Barca keeper, doing a good job there for his team.
It was brilliant anticipation from the goalkeeper. He read that so well. It was quickly off his line. Look how far out he was as well. Really good tidying up from Joan Garcia.
Lots more to come on Sporty TV in the coming days. Newcastle, Manchester City on Tuesday. Chelsea, Arsenal on Wednesday. That's in the English League Cup semi-finals. Copa del Rey exclusively on YouTube and the Sporty TV app. Albacete against Real Madrid. That's on Wednesday the 14th. And the corner from Lewandowski. Now it's Pedri. Nice touch from Yamal for Koundé. And Hassan gets it away. Referee looking over to the assistant for guidance there. The Barca fans not happy because it is a goal kick.
I think Lewandowski had a very good claim for a corner kick there, but beautiful build-up play. Lovely first-time passing. Yamal with such a cheeky little pass out wide when it comes back to him here. Just that little first touch for Koundé. And it looked clearly as if Hassan had put it out for a corner. We'll get a better look here. Well, might just have nicked off Lewandowski. Give the officials a bit of credit.
Xabi Alonso, well aware that This match could be decisive. Came under pressure, of course, before Christmas. But since his team are well connected, Vinicius Jr. looking to connect with Gonzalo Garcia in the middle. And he's getting the crowd even more pumped up.
Super ball here for the run of Vinicius Jr. Timed it to perfection, stayed onside. And a very important block from Eric Garcia.
Well, clipped in, close to the keeper. Garcia throwing it away. Valverde gives it up to Yamal. Well, there's a slip there which could prove costly. And Rafinha gets onto it for Barcelona. Good play though to win it back. That was Rodrigo intervening. Vinicius Jr. He could do with a goal. Might create one here. Back in from Valverde. No one there in white. They haven't really got forward in numbers so far, Real Madrid.
You know, when Vinny had that ball out wide, only Gonzalo Garcia in the box. Support play was a little late getting up into the danger area. Barca with enough players back in the end.
Here's Pedri. And now Koundé. Garcia. Playing a number of different roles, very useful player. It's Balde. Barcelona waiting for their moments. It's Lewandowski, ran away from him. That was almost a clear chance for the veteran Polish striker.
Good build-up play from Barca, patient, kept the ball, waited for the right pass into Lewandowski. Just a loose bit of control from him inside the area. It looked like he was going to turn and get a shot away.
Now, watch out, Sporty and Burnaboy have joined forces. Something really special is coming for you. Friday the 16th, save the date.
That will not be the last time you hear Burnaboy's name mentioned.
Well, the very famous Nigerian musician, probably watching this game if he's not working on his next track. There's football out towards Balde, but surface looks a little slick. Still waiting for that first real opening in this game. Of course, Real Madrid opened the scoring with an absolute stunner from Valverde on Thursday after just 2 minutes. As we see Real Asensio getting up close to Rafinha there. Valverde with the opener against Atletico Madrid in the semi-final. Rodrigo with the second on 55 minutes. Alexander Sorloth with what proved a consolation on 58. Took Barca 22 minutes to break through against Athletic Club on Wednesday. Ferran Torres scoring, Fermin scoring on 30, Rooney Badaji on 34, Rafinha 38, and Rafinha again on 52. It was quite the show. Pedri to Lamine Yamal. Frenkie de Jong takes over. It's back heel. Barcelona looking a very confident team right now. 4 points ahead of Real Madrid in La Liga. And they have won their last 9 in all competitions. Free kick for Real this time.
I don't think Hansi Flick will mind this. He'll be quite keen for Yamal to compete. We saw Rafinha back inside the Barca half, winning the ball back from Bellingham a few moments ago. That's the kind of work rate that the Barca coach will be looking for, but a chance here.
It's Vinny Jr., he's away, and he has support, goes alone, and cannot beat Garcia. Well, the wait goes on for the Brazilian. No goal in 16 matches. Not since the double against Villarreal back on the 4th of October. Well, there's a risk to playing that high line as Barcelona do. Got away with it this time.
It is an amazingly long time for a player of Vinny's quality not to score, especially in a team like Real who dominate so many games.
Barca have a corner taken by Rafinha. It's a deep one towards Garcia. Came off Gonzalo Carreras. Not much and he knew about it, but he was in the right place. Vinicius Jr. with another run down the left, but that was very impressive. Good celebration as well from Rafinha. Great defensive work.
As you said, Carreras didn't know much about that, but it turned out to be a very, very important block. That ball was goal-bound from Garcia. Hausen has quite the height advantage over Kubarsi here.
Rodrigo with the corner. Again, that's good goalkeeping from Garcia. Set pieces a little too close to him, but he's commanding his area well as Rafinha really finds Courtois with the through ball.
Again, Courtois' starting position was good there. He read that through ball from Yamal. He was there to make the clearance.
Reminder about the Sporty TV app, the only place to get all of Sporty TV on the go. You can follow it on Sporty's YouTube channel as well on NTA Nigeria, even in Ghana where it is being broadcast on Sporty FM. Sporty TV bringing you lots of the best action, including the English Premier League and plenty of La Liga matches as well.
In contrast, really, Barca with the patient build-up, keeping the ball, passing it around. Real Madrid looking dangerous on the counter-attack, particularly with the pace of Vinicius Jr. on the left-hand side.
Well, they are having to be patient at the moment, Barcelona. Rafinha. Gets his pass out right. And they're queuing up in the middle. And Koundé does enough. And Barca have it again. But 3 draws and 2 defeats to go with 14 victories, so that's why they're trailing in the standings. Barcelona looking dangerous again, but Camavinga did well, and then there was a foul as the shot came in. Rafinha on Bellingham. Well, Real Madrid are ahead of Barcelona in the Champions League standings. 4 wins and 2 defeats for Alonso's side. They are 7th in the league phase, Barca 15th. 2 games to go in that stage of the European Champions League. Barca with 74% of possession in this game, but that'll do Carreras the world of good.
They haven't been able to convert that possession into real penetration and clear-cut chances. Raul Asensio, Tchouaméni, Housen all looking rock solid at the back for Real. The only chance really, that header from Garcia at the back post.
Good win in the air from Koundé. And the Frenchman has it again. De Jong. Carreras to Camavinga. And Housen. Started off with Real Madrid at the Club World Cup in the United States, as did Xabi Alonso. Live odds on Sporty Bet right now. Real Madrid to win 3.3, to draw 3.70, Barca to win 2.10. Bet responsibly, and only if you are over the age of 18. Oh, this is a challenge that has caught the attention of the referee.
Carreras just reminding Yamal that he's there. I'm not sure he appreciated Yamal's fancy footwork there.
De Jong and Rafinha are over to the match official. to make their case. It was a little naughty.
That's a yellow card all day and all night. Got away with it. You can see why the Barca players would be annoyed at that sort of challenge. It was very late and the ball was well gone before Carreras came in on Lamine Yamal.
Not the first time they would have met, Carreras and Yamal. Hansi Flick not best pleased, as you would understand. Barca played Benfica in the last 16 of the Champions League last season. 4-1 winners on aggregate, with Yamal scoring. Also played them in the league phase too, when Barca won 5-4 in Lisbon. And Rafinha with a 96th minute winner. He's been stopped in his tracks there, as we see the pushing and shoving after that earlier challenge on Yamal.
It's interesting, when you think of Barcelona and Real Madrid, you think of two teams who love to attack and score goals, and twice in the last 5 minutes we've seen one player from either side, Raul Asensio at one end, and at the other end Rafinha celebrating a block to put the ball out of play and make the block. I think the clean sheet will be high on the list of priorities for both teams here as well. So it's not just all about goal scoring and fancy football in the attacking third.
Good header on that from Valverde. Garcia, though, not having much of an impact for Real Madrid in attack.
And the game has passed him by a little bit so far in the opening quarter. Gonzalo Garcia, just 21 years of age. He has actually been compared to Raul, who scored 228 goals in his time at Real Madrid. If he does half of that in his career, he'll be doing well.
Well, he was a real breakout star over the summer at the Club World Cup. 4 goals as Real made the semi-finals.
Been hard for him because Barca have dominated the ball so far, and most of Real's attacks have been on the counter.
That's a good challenge from Carreras. Yamal might be getting a little bit frustrated. Hansi Flick said he is 100% good to go for this match. Interesting as well that he said he picked Robert Lewandowski tonight based on a feeling that this would be a game for him. Valde. Both sides with strong benches if needed. Ferran Torres, Marcus Rashford, Dani Olmo among the players waiting in the wings for Barca. Kylian Mbappe there for Real. Now Koundé for Yamal into the area. Oh, Lewandowski was waiting. Balde for Rafinha now. The shot on target and pushed away by Thibaut Courtois.
And patience paying off for Barcelona. Great little injection of pace there from Yamal on the right hand side, and a good save in the end from Courtois to deny Rafinha.
Rafinha with over 50 goal involvements last season. He's got 9 goals in all competitions already this time around. Courtois has been the main man in many a final for Real Madrid. Could be busy again.
What a signing Courtois turned out to be for Real Madrid when he came from Chelsea. It's been outstanding. Some of the Real Madrid fans in the stadium making whistling and jeering noises as Barcelona have the ball, but it's paid off for Barca in terms of being patient and getting their shots away. We saw Rafinha test the goalkeeper a few moments ago. Dangerous ball in from Yamal, and perhaps danger here as well.
It's Frankie de Jong. That's one through for Yamal. Wants it on that left foot. Thought about the shot, but 4 players around him. Lewandowski, Fakunde, now Yamal again. One or two slipping away from Yamal, and this time he's committed a foul. This was the attempt from Rafinha.
Good goalkeeping from Courtois. Made sure he got his body behind the ball, so there was no way it was going to slip through.
Well, there is a water break right now. They're all in the Spanish Super Cup. A game between Barcelona and Real Madrid being played in Saudi Arabia. Brought to you by Sportybet, live in Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa and Kenya. And Sporty TV on YouTube and the linear channels as well. Start times DTT channel 258, DTH channel 190, and the OTT start times ON. Simulcasting on NTA. And stay with us until the end of the match as well. We'll have all the reaction from the game in the Sporty Live post-match show. That is coming to you from Lagos. Who's the happier manager right now?
I think Hansi Flick has to be. His team have dominated the ball, they've dominated the game. Real Madrid have really had to rely on the counter-attacks, the pace, as I said, of Vinicius Jr. on the left-hand side, but really I think just looking at the body language there, Xabi Alonso is looking for more from his players. It is a game that's been dominated by Barcelona, and you know, they came into the game as favourites and they're playing like favourites, but obviously things can change. Long way to go.
Well, as you would expect, all the top officials and dignitaries are watching on.
Very fancy seats.
Florentino Perez, the president of Real Madrid, met 500 fans in Jeddah over the past couple of days, representing 26 supporters clubs. And both head coaches, Flick and Alonso, have been around a while and fairly calm characters, but you know, these matches are crucial. Mbappe could be crucial off the bench today.
I'd say he's itching to get on now that he's fit again.
Balde left Asensio on the floor there for Real Madrid. Could be a chance, and it's a good one in the end. Garcia not getting the required purchase on that shot.
Great opportunity for Gonzalo Garcia, and he'll be very disappointed that he couldn't get more power in the effort. It was a comfortable save in the end for Garcia. Straight at him, not much pace on the shot. Disappointing effort in the end from the striker.
So Gonzalo Garcia denied by Joan Garcia. It's two saves that the Barca keeper has had to make. Here's Pedri for Barca. The cutback sets up a shooting chance. And Fermin Lopez looks a little disappointed with that finish.
It's a lovely break, super ball forward. And in fairness to Fermin Lopez, he was being closed down as he arrived on the ball, but Pedri picked him out well. Two defenders shutting down Fermin Lopez, who of course was amongst the goals in the 5-0 win against Athletic Bilbao in the semi-finals.
Oh, interesting. A chance at either end there. After the cooling break, that was Balde on Asensio, a little late. And Garcia dispossessing his namesake there. Looks like the message from Xabi Alonso is up the intensity Barca can be got at, but they have to be careful. Real Madrid, they're in trouble now. It's Rafinha. What a chance.
I can't believe that finish from Rafinha, a player of his quality. With that opportunity, that was a really, really disappointing finish. Super ball to send him clear from Yamal, but very poor.
Yeah, a bit of both there. Incredible pass through, incredible miss. And Real Madrid's remain on level terms. Well, there's a big partnership, a huge one between Sporty TV and Burna Boy. A tribute to Africa, to sport, music and culture. Do not miss out on Friday the 16th. As you see Rafinha come forward again, and he's found the net. Well, the Brazilian not taking long to make up for that miss. That was a really well taken goal. And it is Barcelona, the reigning champions, the Spanish champions, who are in front again in the Spanish Super Cup final.
Well, having scored twice against Athletic Club in the semi-final, he's added one in the final now. And how ironic, a finish like that from Rafinha. Cool, calm. Still had plenty to do when he received the ball here, but coming straight after a terrible miss. That is a brilliant finish, low, beyond the reach of Courtois. Good angle here from behind the goal. That is what you want from your striker, Rafinha. Great goal.
Into double figures for the season. He has 3 in the Super Cup this week. And that is a stunning finish and a big blow for Alonso and Real Madrid. Wow. It always delivers this fixture. And a reminder for those who might not be aware, or might have forgotten, Rafinha could have left Barcelona in the summer of 2024 for Saudi Arabia, but the former Leeds man kept on by Hansi Flick. He is responding in great style. And Yamal is getting the crowd going again. He's looking to get Rafinha in on goal once more. Well, this is a significant test for Real Madrid. A long way to go. They've given up a lot of possession in this game. Giving it up again was Hausen. Fermin Lopez eventually held up.
It's very casual from Hausen, giving possession away there. No serious damage done, but again, just a little reaction from Fermin Lopez when Barcelona won the throw-in. Celebration, just geeing up the crowd on the far side.
Well, Barcelona have won their last 5 games without conceding a goal. That is bad news for their old rivals. Five-time Champions League winners, Barca, up against a team that has been Kings of Europe a record 15 times. De Jong, Fermin, Pedri. The Barca number 8 scored that great opening goal in the Copa del Rey final in April of last year. And he is again.
It's just so rare to see any team against Real Madrid dominate the ball as much as Barca have done in this opening half.
Now this is good play again, and it's a good strike on target. Fermin thwarted this time by Courtois. And you get the feeling Real Madrid are hanging on a little bit as we approach half-time.
Really good strike from the 22-year-old. A save you'd expect Courtois to make at his near post, but it was well struck from Fermin Lopez all the same.
Rafinha's corner for Pedri. There's Yamal, who has become more and more influential. And again, Courtois forced into action.
Lamar was left in a bit of space here on the edge of the area. He was allowed to get that shot away. Can't afford to give a player of his quality any kind of space in the area.
Rafinha goes again, this time to the back post, and this time beyond all of his teammates. Time for me to tell you about the live odds on Sporty Bets. Kylian Mbappe could help Real Madrid to win, but at the moment they're 8.50. The draw is 4.55. Barca to win 1.40. Bet responsibly, and only if you're over 18. Remember as well, Stay tuned for the Sporty Hero of the Match poll. That will be posted in the 75th minute. And there is the Sporty TV app as well, if you haven't got it. Available on iOS and Android, the only place to get all of Sporty TV on the go, including English Premier League and La Liga matches from Spain. Carreras frustrated. And Yamal, after a few moments where he had some difficulties. It's the start of the show at the moment. What about this chance for Garcia, though, before the goal?
He is a player of real quality, of that there's little doubt, but he'll be very disappointed with that effort. It was a good opportunity for Real Madrid, their best of the half.
Since then, Barca have had 5 chances, including the goal. And by far their best chances of the match as well. Yamal up against Carreras once again. Well, he's toying with him a little bit there. Much more to come on Sporty TV next week. League Cup semi-finals, the Carabao Cup from England, Newcastle against Manchester City on Tuesday, Chelsea Arsenal on Wednesday, and then the following 2 days it's back to Spain and the Copa del Rey, the Spanish Cup. Albacete, Real Madrid facing Santander against Barcelona. And it's Barcelona on the attack again. Lewandowski, the 37-year-old, just waiting for his one clear opening.
Lovely play from Lamal again. Just managed to get away from Carreras that time. Such balance. A lovely ball through for Lewandowski. Couldn't take full advantage.
Well, his range of passing, his vision is exceptional. Another Barca corner, not a great one.
Back in July, of course, Lamine Yamal inherited the number 10 jersey. When you think of some of the greats who've worn that jersey, Maradona, Messi, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, and he wears it with great distinction already at just 18 years of age.
Should mention some Bundesliga action as well coming up on Sporty TV. Stuttgart against Eintracht on Tuesday. Leipzig against Bayern next Saturday. Barca on the attack again. Not finding a way through, but Real Madrid struggling to find a way out. Eric Garcia steps in. Tchouaméni beats Lewandowski to that one. Advantage played by the referee. Garcia almost pulled back. It's Vinicius Junior now. This is a really good skill. Oh, what a goal! Crisis, what crisis for Vinny Junior. Xabi Alonso, Dani Carvajal, in the pre-game press conferences, they were backing the Brazilian to bounce back. And he sure has in the Super Cup. So long without a goal, but this was worth the wait.
Well, he's been Real Madrid's one dangerous threat in attack in this first half. And he showed it again here as he receives the ball on halfway. Just has the pace to get away from Koundé. Lovely footwork there to get through two defenders, and what a cool finish from Vinicius Jr. Lovely little nutmeg on the way here. It's fantastic play from the Brazilian for 1-1. Sets us up perfectly for the second half.
Well, Koundé couldn't stop him, Kouassi couldn't stop him, Garcia couldn't save Barcelona. What a wonderful goal from Vinicius Jr. And what a great game we're having as well. There's Bellingham. Well, boosted again, trying to attack down the left, but the Englishman's pass was not what was required.
Well, I was just about to make the point before half-time that Camavinga, Rodrigo, Jude Bellingham, Garcia in attack, we weren't seeing enough from any of them, but the one outlet was Vinicius Jr. And what a fantastic goal to level this match.
Oh, it's Lewandowski! It's there! Right on half-time, Barcelona are back in front. Robert Lewandowski with another brilliant goal.
VAR just checking. What a finish from Lewandowski. Has he timed his run to perfection? It looks like he has.
Yeah, he timed it well and he finished it brilliantly. Pedri for the pass through. Lewandowski. Oh, Hansi Flick.
Watch his first touch here.
Flick said he had a feeling Lewandowski would come good.
That's exactly what he's done. He might be 37 years of age, but that is the finish of a class striker. Absolutely brilliant. I think he enjoyed it.
Well, it was the tale of two brilliant Brazilians. Rafinha scoring for Barca, Vinicius Jr. replying for Real Madrid. And Hansi Flick has Lewandowski to thank for Barcelona being back in front again. Garcia going down, the referee unmoved. Bellingham almost getting through.
First time in the entire first half that we've seen Bellingham inside the opposition box in open play.
Rodrigo's corner. Header from Housen off the woodwork, and it's there! What an incredible end to the half! Gonzalo Garcia has got Real Madrid level.
This is unbelievable. We did mention earlier on that Housen has a significant height advantage from the set pieces. It was his initial header off the woodwork. Frankie de Jong giving out to the referee that we're well beyond the 3 minutes of additional time. He climbed well. Oh, what a finish from Garcia.
Rafinha on the line. I think he got a touch onto the bar. Could have been a penalty maybe, had Garcia not found the net. Lifted it over de Jong. A sensational half. Keeps on giving.
Xabi Alonso kicking every ball. Extraordinary finish to this first half, and I repeat myself, we're perfectly set up for the second half now.
Well, not too many chances before the cooling break. 4 goals after it.
What was in that drink that they took?
Well, this game brought to you by Sportybet Live in Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa and Kenya. You're surely enjoying the action. Plenty more to come. Still we play on in this first half. And finally, in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, they get to take a breather. Barcelona leading twice through Rafinha and Lewandowski. Vinicius Jr. and then Gonzalo Garcia getting Real Madrid somehow level at the break. A fascinating contest. And lots more to come, lots to talk about as well. It is Barcelona 2, Real Madrid 2 at half-time. Plenty of analysis to come at the break.
Hey, baby. I missed you so much. What are you doing right now?
Emeka, I'm in the car now with my family. We are going for lunch. I'll see you in the office on Monday. Yes.
Sometimes you don't have a way out.
This Emeka is a very funny guy.
With Sportybet, you do. Because with our maximum cash out availability, there's always a way out. Sportybet, winning is now that easy.
This is the greatest spectacle in world football, a title decider, and it feels like nothing can sway a game of this magnitude.
Says who? We've been through this before. You just have to believe a little longer. And everybody knows that 1 minute here lasts forever. Because it's not over until we say it's over.
If you gentle, mighty God, that's my team. If you try to show for everybody. If I get a party to God, that's my team. If you try to show love for everybody. Ahari, 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 ahari.
Name?
Ifanyo Obina from Lagos, sir.
The king of virtual games.
A virtual winner? Yes, that's 7 straight wins, sir.
You, skyscraper. What's the view from up there?
I see all the crash points, sir.
Any sports expert?
Benno Furry from Accra, sir.
He's the #1 in Maltese.
Pathological optimist.
You have a bonus pick.
Hey, you. Are you ready? Welcome to the team. I am Jose Mourinho.
And we are football.com.
This is the greatest spectacle in world football, a title decider, and it feels like nothing can sway a game of this magnitude.
Says who? We've been through this before. You just have to believe a little longer. And everybody knows that 1 minute here lasts forever. Because it's not over until we say it's over.
Wow, what a first 45. Welcome back from the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium. It is the 2026 Supercopa España final between Barcelona and Real Madrid. Forgive me because I'm going to just take a bit of a minute here. It is 2-2 at the break, and what a breathtaking first 45 with the girlfriend in the company of Udeze and Gideon. And guys, we won't waste time because at first it was a KJ affair in the first 30 minutes, 35 minutes, but towards the end of the first 45, it exploded with goals. This was the opening goal of the game. Again, Udeze, lovely play from Rafinha to give Barca the lead.
Yes, a lovely one from Rafinha, just like you mentioned. Great strike, great goal. Drive with the ball. You see him driving with the ball. The next thing, a good strike, beautiful strike from left to right. Gave Barca the lead here. I think Rafinha is a very, very important player for Barcelona, if you ask me. Very, very important player. He has been giving out his full best in this very game, trying to see how Barca will win this game tonight. So for me, interesting game, interesting goal from Rafinha.
Just to add to that, this is a man who scored 5 goals against Real Madrid last year and, just added to his tally again, even though Madrid were sloppy in possession. But Madrid decided to turn things around with some brilliant play from Vinicius, down the left-hand side.
Goal. I don't think it's anything.
He was always getting the better of Jules Koundé, in all their exchanges. And, he darts past him with some beautiful skill, cuts in, uses the half space so well after Real Madrid recycled possession back, and when he gets in, into the box, into the danger area, he still gets past Kubasi again and curls one with, I think it was his right foot, into the bottom corner beyond John Garcia to give Los Blancos, the leveler and set the place on fire.
Yes, indeed, it was a lovely goal from Vinicius Jr., who now currently is the highest goal-scoring player who is active playing in this fixture, this El Clasico fixture. Again, lovely piece of skill past Koundé. You had the likes of Kubasi in the mix, even Eric Garcia looking there, and he just puts the ball quite well past Juan Garcia. Now, again, you talk about individual brilliance. This is what it's all about, the best taking on the best, and we saw that on full display from Vinicius Jr. Obviously, he's a player who is has a very fiery, emotive personality, and that wasn't shocking. And again, the best of Barca on display here. If I look at this lovely ball from Pedri to Lewandowski, and his strikers finish past a well-accomplished goalkeeper like Courtois.
Come on, it's Lewandowski. It's Lewandowski. It's Lewandowski. Great pass, just like you mentioned, from Pedri and Lewandowski. If you give Lewandowski half chance, he will convert the half chance into a goal.
That's right.
That's what he does. That's his job. His job is to score goals as many goals as he can. Look at the great finish from Lewandowski. I just love this goal. I love the goal because you need to have experience for you to score goals like this, because the goalkeeper is very close to him. All he needed to do, if he shoots the ball, he's going to lose the goal. So all he needed to do is just to chip the ball above the goalkeeper. That was what he did, and it resulted to a goal. Lewandowski, my guy.
Now, if you're thinking that will be all she wrote in the first 45, I have good news for you, because there will be another goal just 2 minutes after that one from Real Madrid. And this time around, it will be Gonzalo Garcia who will turn to be the goal scorer after providing the assist to Vinicius Jr. And guys, again, here's the thing, Gideon. This is what I talk about individual brilliance, because he made that happen out of
nothing.
Shout out to Rafinha for trying his best to prevent that from being a goal, but there's nothing he could have done with the rebound.
Chaos in the box, an outswinger from Rodrigo from the corner kick, and Housen rises higher than everyone to get the header first. It ricochets off the crossbar. Jules Koundé's head to, Barcelona were scrambling to try to get the ball out of the danger area, and Gonzalo Garcia, you mentioned a man in fine form, just made something out of nothing. While it looked like the strike could have easily gone out of, Real Madrid's possession, he was able to recycle it. I think it was his left foot, and then he put it beyond the reach of the goalkeeper again to draw level for Real Madrid yet again. They came from behind yet again at the cusp of halftime. The game sprung to life, 2-2 coming into the halftime break. And then this is why El Clasico is the biggest game in football.
I agree with that, because just a bit of a quick start here, ladies and gentlemen. All the 3 goals were scored in the injury time of the first 45 minutes. That's how insane this first 45 has been. Let's take a look now at the stats of the first 45. If I knew Daisy, we're seeing total dominance from Barca in terms of possession. That's not breaking news. But look at how we've had shots on target from Real Madrid. It has been 5 on 5. So they'll be more clinical. As for Barca, it has been a very exciting one too as well.
Well, if you ask me, I think for me, Barca is more into this game than Real Madrid.
If
you ask me, yeah, but Barca is more into the game than Real Madrid. If you watch the game.
All right, listen now. We see there's still more to talk about, especially looking forward to the second half. I know you have a lot to say. Don't hold on. Where we return from the break is still more. Second half action guaranteed on the way between Barcelona and Real Madrid.
If you gentle, mighty God does not see. If you share to show for everybody. If I get about it, God does not see. If you try to show love for everybody. Ahari, 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 ahari.
Time, what a contest this has been. Garcia with the equaliser for Real. Well, if you are just joining us, what a Super Cup final it has been so far. This was the second equaliser in the first half for Real Madrid. Gonzalo Garcia was the man who got it deep in first half stoppage time. Well, he missed a chance earlier on, but in Jeddah, at the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium, it has been a game to remember, and we have at least 45 minutes to go. Rafinha with the opener on 36, and it was Vinicius Jr. with the leveller in first half stoppage time, swiftly followed by Lewandowski, putting Barca back in front. And there was still time for Garcia to get Real Madrid level again. What a game it's been. You're watching this one on Sporty TV. This game brought to you by SportyBet, live in Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa and Kenya. Also all of Sporty TV available on the Sporty TV app. That is available both on iOS and Android. The only place to get all of Sporty TV on the go, including English Premier League and La Liga matches. Hard to keep up with the odds on SportyBet. Well, I can tell you that just before half-time, the goals flying in, the odds changing all the time. Real Madrid to win 2.30, the draw was at 3. Barcelona to win 3.5. This was the offside decision. Lewandowski timing has run well. That was for 2-1. Lovely pass through from Pedri, lovely finish as well. Kylian Mbappe hoping for a flag which never came. And then Housen with the header, Rafinha off the woodwork, Garcia with the improvised finish just before half-time. And Hansi Flick, well, his team talk at the break would have changed a few times. I'm Mark Rodden, Con Murphy watching this one with me. What a first half it was.
Oh, what an end to that first half, especially with the 3 goals in stoppage time. It's one of the oldest cliches in football, but a team is at its most vulnerable when it's just scored, and we saw evidence of that in stoppage time when Vinicius Jr. equalised for Real Madrid, and straight away down the other end, more or less within a minute or so, Lewandowski putting Barcelona back ahead with a brilliant goal. And then deep in stoppage time, Gonzalo Garcia finding the net to make it 2-2. Interesting that those odds have swung so much now in favour of Real Madrid, maybe with the view to the introduction of Kylian Mbappe at some point in this second half, and what a difference he could make if he does come on. He's still wearing the sweatshirt, so it looks like he's not coming on at half-time anyway. But what entertainment.
Yeah, great entertainment, and we'll tell you about some more to come. Big collaboration between Sporty TV and Burna Boy. We'll fill you in on that as the second half gets underway. Lamine Yamal played some wonderful passes in that opening period. One for Rafinha. Terrible miss right before Rafinha produced a really good finish for the opening goal. His third goal of the week. And Vinicius Jr. talking about goals. High time he got one. He was under serious pressure coming into this one.
Brilliant goal it was as well, and he was the most dangerous player for Real Madrid in that first half. And as I was saying just before the break, I think Xabi Alonso will be looking for more from the likes of Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo. You know, we saw a few corner kicks from Rodrigo, not much else in that opening 45 minutes.
Well, the stats tell you that Barcelona had 8 shots, 5 for Real, 5 on target for Barca, 4 on target for Real Madrid. 76% possession for Barcelona. It is unusual to see a team dominate so much on that score in the Clásico. 4th Super Cup final meeting in a row. Barca winning in 2023 and 2025. Real Madrid the winners in 2024. Real hoping to win for the 14th time. Hansi Flick hoping to lead Barcelona to glory in this competition for the 16th time in their history. So Real Madrid get things going again in the second half. The first half was remarkable, and the goals keep flowing in this fixture. Well, Frankie de Jong putting an early tackle in on Eduardo Camavinga.
He's another player I think Xabi Alonso will be looking for more from in this second half. Get on the ball, retain possession. That's what he's so good at.
Aurélien Tchouameni, the Frenchman, playing in defence, of course, often plays in midfield as well. Courtois going long, and Vinicius Jr. away again. Koulibaly with some work to do here, having slipped. He's not able to stop him. Can Vinny pick out a teammate? Well, he knocks it out off Jules Koundé.
Just used his body strength to good effect there against Koulibaly. You'd want your centre half to be winning a physical battle like that against a winger, but not so in that case for Koulibaly.
Well, that one's gone off Garcia. And the odds are the same as they were at half-time. So Real Madrid to win, 2.30. The draw is at 3. Barcelona to win, 3.5. And a reminder, the sporty hero of the match poll, that'll be posted in the 75th minute.
Ooh.
It's Rafinha for Barcelona. Lewandowski is with him, and he tried to slip it through to the number 9, who got 42 goals in all competitions last season. Already won tonight, but good work from Tchouaméni to win a free kick. This game brought to you by Sportybet Live in Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa and Kenya. And lots more action to come during the week. Carabao Cup Tuesday and Wednesday from England. Manchester City, Chelsea and Arsenal involved. You see Rafinha's pass intercepted here by Jude Bellingham, getting back to help the defence. There's Copa del Rey action to come, Bundesliga as well, not forgetting Serie A. Como AC Milan on Thursday, AC Milan Lecce on Sunday, Premier League as well, Liverpool Burnley. That is next Saturday. So keep an eye out on Sporty TV, download the app as well.
Big games keep coming. Big game player is Jude Bellingham, but it was his mistake there that led to that opportunity. Fair play to him. He got back to make the interception to deny Rafinha, so he made up for his mistake, the Englishman.
Koundé for Yamal. It's Pedri now. Well, Barcelona wanted a free kick. The referee, Jose Luis Munera, taking charge of his third Clásico, unmoved again.
Clear free kick, no doubt about it. I know he tried to play the advantage, but he could have brought it back, I think, for the free kick. That's the sort of area that Lamal would love.
Barcelona were on top after the cooling break, after the half hour. They got the opener through Rafinha. They had plenty of chances after that as well. Right now, this Super Cup final, very hard to call. There's a mistake from Vinicius Jr.
It's interesting, Real Madrid have tried that long ball from the back a few times towards Vinicius Jr. to good effect in this game. I know he didn't control it that time, but it's a tactic that they have used a few times in that first half, and looks like it's going to continue in the second.
Carreras goes down this time. No secrets between these two is the way that Xabi Alonso put it ahead of this latest meeting. Well, they played each other 4 times last season. Barca winning all 4. They scored 16 goals in those 4 games as well. Kylian Mbappe got the opener this time last year. And after that, all Barca, despite Wojciech Szczesny getting himself sent off early in the second half. Yamal, Lewandowski, Rafinha with a double. Alejandro Balde on the score sheet in a 5-2 win. Madrid 2-1 up late on in the cup final, ended up losing after extra time.
What an occasion that turned out to be.
Well, I don't know. In May of last year, Real Madrid 2-0 up, but lost 4-3.
Mbappe scored a hat-trick and ended up on the losing team that night.
Here's Vinicius Jr. Oh, he's followed up as well. Maybe should have done better, but you have to give a lot of credit to Juan Garcia in the Barca goal. Excellent save.
Was a good save and a good little nudge by Koundé on the follow-up here, just to knock Vinicius Jr. off balance as he went for the rebound. That was an important touch by the defender. Not enough to give away a free kick or a penalty, but enough to put Vinicius Jr. off. Again, that danger coming through Vinny.
Fouled here. danger almost exclusively coming through Vinicius Junior for Real Madrid.
Very much so. I don't mean to have too much of a downer on Rodrigo, but he's offered very little in this cup final so far.
It's over there on the left wing with Vinicius Junior, the ball getting nowhere near. Now for Frankie de Jong. Dutchman getting forward, getting into the area almost. And he had to make his case there. Bellingham conceding a free kick right on the edge of the area. Good running that from de Jong. Was a bit of a desperate challenge in the end from Jude Bellingham.
It's one of these free kicks that might almost be a little too close to the goal they'd prefer if it was a few yards further out, maybe. Although there's a few geniuses on the pitch, so who knows.
It's Rafinha on the right, Lewandowski on the left, who have won the argument here. Mavinga behind the wall. He's ready, looking anxious. It's going to be Rafinha. It's over the top.
That's what I was talking about. Very hard to get it up and down over the wall from that sort of distance. Even when you're a player with the quality of Rafinha, you almost have to go goalkeeper side.
Koundé wins it, no free kick for Vinicius Junior this time. Back it goes to Garcia. A win against his old club not so long ago, Espanyol. The crowd react to seeing Kylian Mbappe warming up. Only a matter of time, surely.
Probably a lot of people in the crowd who've come for two reasons. One is Lamine Yamal, the other is Mbappe. They will love to see him on the pitch.
This is worked out for Carreras. In the general direction of Vinicius Junior. Plays it back for Rodrigo now. Vinicius Junior again, causing all sorts of problems. And almost coming up with another goal.
Important hand in the end from Garcia in goal. Yet again for Real Madrid. Vinicius Junior providing the threat. Stinging shot from him. And a little touch from the goalkeeper. You can see the corner. Fingertips.
He's done well, the keeper, but Vinicius Junior answering a lot of critics tonight. I wonder, is there something that Barcelona can do to stop the attacks coming down that side? Housen a target here, remember his header. Set up a second equaliser for Real Madrid, and it was almost on the end of that corner from Rodrigo. Garcia looking to get Barca going on the counter. Late challenge there on Pedri. And there's a yellow card, presumably for Gonzalo Garcia. Asensio rather getting the booking. Valverde is there as well, the Real Madrid captain.
Things getting very heated on the pitch and on the sidelines there as the two Coaches exchange words. Garcia might have picked up a yellow there as well for his protestations.
Well, Pedri it was, put his head up, and Asensio late in the tackle. It was a cynical one as well. Those challenges can only really show a yellow for, so cynical but clever. Rafinha went down, pushed to the ground there by Valverde. Complaints from Asensio, a title on the line, of course. Pressure starting to mount, time running out.
Every game between Barcelona and Real Madrid, of course, so keenly contested. Red cards fairly regular.
Eric Garcia of Barcelona has got a yellow. Valverde as well. From behind Garcia on De Jong. It's away with this one. And a reminder, guys, it's a big one coming up. The really interesting partnership between Sporty TV and one of the greats of African music, Burna Boy. Come up with a tribute to sports, music and culture. You might recognise some people in the teaser, one of them on the pitch, Camavinga. And Friday the 16th is the date you want to look out for. Something special in the air, the special project between Sporty and Burna Boy dropping on the 16th. Music, culture, entertainment, some of the best athletes in the world involved as well. Do stay tuned.
It's tested, approved and trusted. Friday the 16th, the date for your diary for that one. Quite a collaboration between Sporty and Burna Boy.
Sound like a Burna Boy fan dropping a few song titles there, Con. Hasn't gone unnoticed.
Well spotted.
So, an hour played in Saudi Arabia. It is Jude Bellingham who gets pulled back this time by Pedri. Scrappy passage with tempers fraying.
It's been quite stop-start over the last few minutes, a lot of petty fouling, and as you say, the temperature just rising slightly, the niggle between the players increasing.
20 fouls now, which sound like a lot. Rodrigo, free kick. A particularly good one. That's good play from Valverde. Hasn't take it in his stride. You might think it's just the Super Cup, but the team that has won the last 3 Spanish Super Cups has gone on to win La Liga. This is a huge match for all sorts of reasons. Eric Garcia saying starting the new year with a trophy, it gives you confidence for the rest of the season. Dani Carvajal, whoever wins will come out stronger. If he wins, by the way, if we see him on the pitch, match Luka Modric as the most decorated player in Real Madrid's history. 28 trophies. That was great skill from Valverde. And Xabi Alonso as well. I mentioned it earlier. The club, the players, the staff connected, he feels, but he knows, he said, that finals can have a big impact on the future, a big impact on his future. Well, there's a spill from Juan Garcia. No whistle, so crucial tackle from Garcia. And here's the break from Barcelona. Rafinha all alone for now. His cutback goes straight to Carreras.
It's a good point that Xabi Alonso was making. Even just the psychological boost it would give the winner of this game going into the next phase of the league campaign in La Liga.
There goes Vinicius Junior again. Nice back heel. Rodrigo takes over. Up against Koundé. Now Vinny again. Rodrigo! Oh, Real Madrid are having a very good patch. They're not taking advantage this time. Koundé having a torrid time. It's again Garcia with the save in the end.
This was a good chance for Rodrigo. Didn't quite get the power into the shot maybe that he would have been looking for. Comfortable save from Garcia after that missed catch earlier on. Real Madrid with more of the ball in this second half. It hasn't been quite as one-sided in terms of possession, I think.
Look, it's why you watch these matches in Kumasi, in Soweto, in Jos, in Nairobi, wherever you're watching live on Sporty TV. This tussle between Barcelona and Real Madrid barely disappoints. Real Madrid winning 2-1 in the league at home back in October, the second Clásico of the season. Another absolute classic. And it's Rafinha with a cross. Well, two boxers going at it right now, these two teams. There's Tchouaméni going down, Garcia. An important challenge.
He was on a yellow card, Garcia, after that little bit of push and shove a few minutes ago. He needs to be careful.
Rafinha short with the corner this time. Yamal sending it in, Courtois had to intervene.
What a cross that was from Yamal.
What a performance from Vinicius Junior. Barcelona preparing two changes. Really important challenge there. Ferran Torres and Dani Olmo about to come on. You might have been thinking a defensive change was required, but really the Hansi Flick way. He wants to outscore his opponents, attack the best form of defence.
Ferran Torres likely to replace Lewandowski. Be interesting to see who Dani Olmo comes on for. Fermin Lopez, we'll see.
There's Lewandowski with a shot. Touch down. Well, they're getting forward, as is De Jong. Pedri. Garcia. Misplaced pass. Koundé. I think he'd happily take a yellow card in that situation, but the referee deciding he was just on the right side. Honest attempt to win the ball rather than a professional foul.
I think you were right, Mark. I think that was yellow card territory. He knew exactly what he was doing, and it was a good foul in terms of stifling the opposition attack.
Fermin Lopez is off for Barca. And so is Lewandowski. You got the substitutions right, Con.
For a change.
Lewandowski can be happy with his goal. He would have been thinking, I'm sure, it would have been a decisive one. As we see foul from Koundé. Rodrigo once again. Ferran Torres with 11 goals in the league this season. 2 in the Champions League and 1 in the Super Cup as well. Bad change.
Danny Olmo with 4 in his last 4 games as well, so they have goals in those substitutes.
He got the crucial one in the derby against Espanyol back on January 3rd off the bench. Scored late on, Lewandowski off the bench getting the second. And Real, they're making a change too, not a bad player to bring on either. It's Valverde. He's going to hand over the captain's armband. Arda Güler, the first Turkish player ever to win the European Champions League. He is coming on now. Vinicius Junior takes over as skipper from Valverde. The Uruguayan replaced with a quarter of the game to go.
Arda Güler, a bit like Vinny Jr. coming into this game, hasn't scored for a long time. I mean, you go back to September for his last league goal, but the young Turkish international, a hugely talented young player, exciting player when he gets on the ball. Can he influence this game in the last quarter?
Live odds on Sportybet. Real Madrid to win 2.85, the draw 2.35, Barca to win 3.70. There's the Sportyjet mini game on Sportybet as well. You bet responsibly though, only if you're over 18, and remember to stay with us until the end of the game and beyond. Reactions to come in the Sporty Live post-match show from Lagos. Game brought to you by Sportybet Live in Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa and Kenya. And so all of Sporty TV available on the Sporty TV app. This has worked out well for Yamal. The pass not quite right though for Rafinha.
It nearly was for a player of Lamine Yamal's quality. You would have expected maybe that he would have found his teammate, not quite.
A reminder again, Spanish international, 18 years of age. His birthday coming up on July the 13th. He's achieved a hell of a lot already, won plenty of trophies with Barcelona. Rafinha with a shove there on Asensio.
It is remarkable though, Yamal, isn't it? You know, 18 years of age and already 23 international caps. It's quite extraordinary.
Back-to-back Player of the Month awards in La Liga, beats Kylian Mbappe to the last one. He missed 2 minutes in the league in 4 matches in December. Against Betis and Villarreal. 9 goals and 11 assists in all competitions before tonight. Mo and Yamal supported by Koundé. De Jong. Jules Koundé drives it across. Well, that one's straight at Courtois. Anywhere else, you'd imagine it would have been a goal. It's Vinicius Junior to create one, but Garcia he did very well there. To Juan Garcia. Pedri, 3 years of age. That is garnered a lot of experience in Barcelona in his career. Yamal has good skill. Carreras slows him down. Torres get a shot away, crashing into the tackle on Bellingham there. Barcelona just starting to get on top again as Torres sees his cross picked off by Courtois.
Gorgeous ball at the outside of his right boot there from Frankie de Jong to Koundé for that opportunity for Yamal.
Still no Kylian Mbappe, but he is warming up. Yamal has to make the difference for Barcelona again. Well left by Dani Olmo. Nice one too, almost. It's Rafinha deflected and in! Rafinha has done it again for Barcelona. Well, the Brazilian scored in the Super Cup last year, twice in the 5-2 victory. He has got 4 goals this week, 2 in the final. Is he going to lead the Catalans to victory again?
And what an extraordinary finish from Rafinha. Looked like he'd lost his footing, slid as he went to take the shot, and Courtois unable to do anything about it as it came through and just took a little deflection off the boot there of Raul Asensio, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. Rafinha's goal, but the deflection was important.
Well, the Brazilian, the star of the show. You make your own luck at times. He needed a bit there. It's Barcelona going front for a 3rd time in the Super Cup.
One of his former clubs last night, Vitória Guimarães, won the Taça da Liga, the League Cup in Portugal for the first time ever. I'm sure he would have been delighted about that.
He's going to win another major trophy with Barcelona if they can hold on, and that is a big if, given the way this game has gone already. Real Madrid hitting back twice. Rafinha scored 5 goals last season against Real Madrid. Scored in 3 of the 4 matches between the sides. Xabi Alonso. This might have been planned anyway, but certainly Real Madrid need their star man, Kylian Mbappe, not fit for the semi-final. Real and Alonso not willing to rush him back. They could do with a big cameo performance from the Frenchman off the bench. Over 60,000 inside the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. What a contest they've seen. Gonzalo Garcia makes way for Mbappe. And Dean Howson, former Bournemouth man, replaced by David Alaba.
Two pretty handy substitutes to be able to bring into any team.
Well, that goal coming right before the cooling break. We didn't do Alonso's team any favours because, unlike with the first 2 goals, it allowed Barcelona time to relax and calm down and say, listen lads, let's not do it again, let's not concede.
They had the chance just before that with Yamal saved by Courtois. It served warning. And Rafinha, what a week he's having. Dani Olmo has ticking things along nicely as well. His introduction has helped Barcelona over the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, he was involved in the goal movements as ever. And the Spanish international looking to work little intricate passes in and around the area, giving Real something different to worry about, and perhaps that is why Rafinha ended up getting a chance to shoot on the edge of the area. That goes up Yamal, called for a foul here. Hansi Flick knew it and was disgusted with the decision.
Right in front of the referee's assistant, who flagged straight away. Carreras made sure when he went down in that situation there was a little push there perhaps from Yamal. Again, it was a nice little pass from Dani Olmo.
Balde hugging left touchline on a hat-trick now is Rafinha. Hansi Flick, 60-year-old German, his second year in charge, signed a new contract in May. Such was the success he enjoyed. 3 trophies, Champions League semi-final place as well. This incredible final record going to continue. Never lost one as a head coach. Of course, won the Champions League. And 6 trophies in 1 season, or 1 year with Bayern Munich. Olmo played in Germany with Leipzig. Off target this time, claiming a corner. Won't get one. The live odds, Real Madrid to win 18.5, the draw 4.50, Barcelona to win 1.27. That is on Sportybet. This game brought to you by Sportybet, live in Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa and Kenya. Lots more to come, of course, during the week as well, with English League Cup semi-final action on Tuesday and Wednesday. Newcastle against Manchester City, Chelsea against Arsenal, Copa del Rey, Real Madrid and Barcelona in action again on Wednesday and Thursday. German Bundesliga, Italian Serie A as well. Do remember the Sporty TV app, Sporty TV on the go, both iOS and Android. The Sporty TV Hero of the Match poll is live if you want to vote now. Here's Yamal working his magic yet again, taking on Vinicius Jr. All the fans appealing for a handball there. Not really the players.
A demonstration there, though, of the threat that he poses. I mean, Yamal, he's just wonderful with the ball at his feet.
Now, a reminder, it is a
And the ball, as it comes downfield from that free kick, comes to nothing and straight into the arms of Juan Garcia. 4 minutes plus stoppages. Barcelona are away from retaining their Supercopa title, winning it for the 16th time. But more importantly than that, getting one over on the old enemy, who they just love to do. Here's Pedri out to Koundé on this right-hand side. But again, Lamine Yamal can't control it, clipped from behind by Garcia. He's gone, sorry, by Correas, who's gone down. He squares it across the face of the area, headed out brilliantly by Balde. Ball over the top now by Ferran Torres. Rashford's going to win the foot race to this, down this left-hand side. Being shadowed by Chimeni. He cuts in field into the area, drop of the shoulder, goes back in the opposite direction, but then he's blocked off by Raul Asensio, and the ball goes out for a goal kick. A little bit of lively play there from the Englishman, who, according to reports, Barcelona are keen to keep at the club. Currently on loan from Manchester United. It was Asensio. Now the ball in centre field with Arda Güler. Back to Ceballos. Now the ball down this right-hand side, trying to cut in field. Barcelona muscle up in defence, then a long looping ball to this left-hand side. Loose touch from Correas, but hammered out by Lamine for a throw-in, taken quickly. Correas has the ball on the byline. Digs it to the edge of the area, through here to Rodrigo. Trying to get in round the back of Koundé, took too many touches. Cleared out for a throw by De Jong. And now Real throwing everything at it now, they have to. Throwing to the edge of the area on this left-hand side, but they can't keep it in play. Now Real have put that ball, surely a throw into Barcelona. Surely it was put out by a white shirt. 88 minutes gone. And it's been a niggly old game, hasn't it? They always are, though. A lot of challenge, little ones left on. Just nothing too dirty, but you know, just let you know that I'm here. Now Koundé with the throw, goes down the line, and that's going to be another free kick there. A shove in the back on Lamine Yamal from David Alaba, right in front of the dugout there. His Real career has been blighted with injury, the Austrian. There's a clear shove in the back there on Lamine Yamal. Ball back to Juan Garcia. Now hammered upfield by Gerard Martin, trying to find Rashford on this left-hand side, trying to get in round the fatigued Asensio. He does, but just a too heavy a touch, and then as Asensio kept on running there, slipped and went careering into the post, but he got up pretty quickly. I thought that could have been quite bad. But Rashford headed it round Asensio, but Asensio did well to win the battle. Courtois came out, and Asensio went clattering into that far post. It was completely accidental, but fair play, he got up almost straight away. Final 30 seconds of normal time. Head tennis and shoes over on that far left-hand side. Real come away with the ball. Olmo trying to press. And then there's a loose ball over to this right-hand side, gathered in by Koundé. And now Lamine Yamal will look to keep hold of the ball, maybe try and take it round Mbappe. Only the first time we've said his name. Mbappe comes away with the ball, and then tackle comes in on him by Frenkie de Jong. That's going to be a red card. He's been red carded. The Barcelona captain has been red carded. Straight red card for the Dutchman for that foul on Kylian Mbappe right at the end of the game. And de Jong has been sent off. Not for the first time this season, may I add. But the referee showed no hesitation there. Straight red card for the Barcelona skipper for the foul on Mbappe, who I have to say is back up pretty quickly after some seconds of those, and De Jong has been sent off here. He was sent off recently in a game back in Spain. Club captain Ronaldo still waiting to come on, trying to get the referee's attention. The ball back in play, I think. No, we are going to get the change now, and the referee will oblige. So I think Hansi Flick will be taking off an attacking player here and just want to shore it up at the back. It is young Lamine Yamal who will come off for this final 2 minutes of added time, and Ronald Araujo will come on to solidify that back line for Barcelona. And now some Barcelona coaching talk as well. It has been, as it always is, a very spicy affair. That's why we love it. But we did have that period at the beginning of the second half, though, where it was incredibly wearisome, where it was foul after foul after foul, and the game just never could get going. But that all-important goal, it was a bit fortuitous from Rafinha, big defense.
Ghosting in and getting a goal, and a tap in for the winner back in October. But Rashford, the other Englishman on the pitch, doing brilliantly for Barcelona. He's away here as well. He has the chance to seal it. Marcus Rashford!
Glorious opportunity for Rashford there to wrap it up. Real Madrid still have time.
Almost like Rashford fancied a shot there. He was looking up for support all the time. Here's Goulet. Oh no, wrestling him. It's Mbappe, back to Goulet though. The cut back, a good one. It's loose in the area, real chance! Oh! That was the moment. Alvaro Carreras. And look at the reaction of some of these Real Madrid players afterwards. A step over. A glorious opportunity. And he hit it straight at Joan Garcia.
What a chance that was. That was the moment.
Well, remember, plenty of reaction to come in the Sporty Live post-match show from Lagos. Not short on talking points yet again. Paul's Real Madrid level, he's got it wide. This is good play. And still we play on, a corner won by Costantuono. And Courtois is coming up for it.
Surely he can't.
We've seen pretty much everything else in this final. Good delivery from Goulet.
What a great left foot, Goulet.
It's over Courtois' head. It's Mbappe. It's a header on target again. And it's another one straight at Garcia. And surely now Real Madrid are not going to get another opportunity. Asensio this time. And that's it. Barcelona have won it. An absolute classic in Saudi Arabia. Rafinha is your sporty hero of the match. The first silverware of the season goes to the Catalans. Lamine.
Players after a straight red card for Frenkie de Jong. 2 goals from Rafinha and 1 from Lewandowski have done the damage. Barcelona win the first title of the season. They defend their crown. It is their 4th trophy under Hansi Flick. Real Madrid equalised twice in first half stoppage time. First quite brilliantly through Vinicius Junior and then through youngster Gonzalo Garcia. Alonso's side gave all they had and they did conjure late chances. Carreras and Asensio, the fullbacks in stoppage time, could have sent this game to penalties. But on his Clásico debut, Joan Garcia was able to make the saves. Barcelona were able to protect their lead. And those in red and blue tonight can celebrate. Joy for Lamine Yamal and his teammates. The full-time score at the Al Linma Stadium in Jeddah is Barcelona 3, Real Madrid 2.
What an exhilarating end to this fixture, live from the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium in Jeddah. We saw a befitting Supercopa España, the first El Clásico. Full-time scores 3-2, a thrilling 5-goal game that had so much excitement, so many talking points, even a red card to boot. But it was the Blaugrana that would get the victory and secure their first title of the new season. Wow, I am still in the company of